Hi everyone. I've had an issue with my Yamaha VK Professional and I seem to be losing power. It's not reaching maximum power, runs a little rough at high throttle, and definitely not getting close to full throttle. And it was full throttle and then it just instantly seemed to drop. So my plugs all look great. I may end up changing them, but I want to show you how you can easily test an ignition coil pack on these activated electronic ignition systems. So for the Yamaha, these coils, if you have a machine like this coil goes right down into the cylinder and plugs into the plug, and then the plug from the computer that actually activates and initiates spark plugs into there. So spark plug goes in the bottom. Now you can put the plug on it. You can basically, I have the coil here. You can see I've plugged it into one of the actuators, and you can stick a spark plug right in there and ground it, and you will see the tiny blue spark. However, Yamaha shows they use a special spark plug tester to verify that the coil is outputting what it's supposed to output. And when it's outputting full amount, it should jump at least a 1/4 inch gap. That's a pretty big gap. So I want to show you how I test this. So I've got the coil just laying here and it's plugged in. So I take a drill bit, just a small drill bit, and I lay it in there. So it's now in the point where the spark plug makes contact with. Then I just take a piece of wire. You can see I've got it wrapped around the clip here. It's grounded. And then I set the gap between that piece of wire and the bit at, I'm going to set it close to a 1/4 inch. Now, I'm going to turn the light off so you'll see it better here. Now, when I actually crank this, you're going to see the spark and if it can jump that gap. So you can see the size of that spark. So that's telling me two things. Well, first of all, I'm going to put it a little closer because it missed a couple of times there, and that could just be because of the size I have. So we'll try it again here. Okay, so it seems to miss a couple times. That could be because the system is all disconnected and it's not detecting a start. But in any case, the coil certainly looks powerful. So it's as simple as that. And I'm just going to unplug each coil, plug each coil into there and try it. And then my final test will be to plug the coil into one coil into each of the other two igniters and make sure they're working. But anyway, it's as simple as that to do a real world test to see that your spark and ignition coil is capable of jumping more than the spark plug gap. And again, in this case it is. So I'm going to move it out a little further, get it close to probably a 1/4 inch, which is what Yamaha asks for, and we'll see if it'll jump that. That's pretty darn close to 1/4 inch. Yeah, you can see that's a huge spark. Anyway, it's as simple as that to test the spark on any ignition system like this. Simply put something in and build yourself a gap. You can buy testers, but you don't need to. Anyway, if you found this useful, please like the video and subscribe.